Hello there friends, how you all are doing today? I hope you all are having a very great time. Friends, today I am going to walk you through a very interesting session on cloud formation. So you will wonder what is cloud formation and why we will use it. So basically cloud formation is infra as a code, and basically this is very useful for developers who are who just want to deploy their applications and they do not want to worry about underlying infra. So it will run the infra as a code and we will see how it will be used. So where you will find the AWS Cloudformation is, as you can see, I have logged into my AWS management console, and you will need to navigate to management and governance, and here you can see there are different services such as AWS autoscaling, AWS chatbot, CloudFormation, CloudTrail, etc. Okay, so you need to click on CloudFormation. So if you are opening this for the first time, you can see this is a totally blank page, as you can see here, and under this page you can see some of the benefits and features. So the features, these are the features stacks. So when we use the cloud formation, so it will create a stack, and stack is nothing but a logical collection of AWS resources that we can manage as a single unit. All the resources in the stack are defined by the AWS stacks AWS cloud formation templates. So yeah, so we will use a template, and using that template will create a stack, and that is nothing but a logical creation of the resources, logical grouping of the resources. Okay, so I will click on create stack button here. On this page you can see there are 4 steps. The first step is create stack and prepare template. Like in the prerequisite prepare template, you can see we have 3 options. Template is ready, use a sample template, and create a template in the designer. Basically template is ready. This tab we can use when we have a ready-made template with us. So we can just simply upload it on AWS Amazon S3 bucket, and we can provide the URL of that S3 bucket so that the template will be picked up from that path. So a template is a JSON or YAML file that describes your stacks, resources, and properties. Okay, so whatever resources we want, we can describe in the either YAML or JSON format. That is the only template languages which are allowed, and we can enter it there and we can use it. And if we have say a template already available, it's not in the S3 bucket but on our locally, so we can click on upload a template. We can click on the choose file, and from here we can choose that template which is in the YAML or JSON formatted file. Okay, that we can do. So in this case, since we don't have any template that is readily available, we can use a sample template here. And here if I click on sample template to select, I can see this is like simple, multi, easy, simple, and Windows. There are several options it allows. So we can use, for this demo purpose, we can use WordPress blog. As soon as I click on that, you can see there is a S3 URL path that is defined here. So what it will do is, this WordPress block, this WordPress single instance template, this is the name of template which is available in this one of the S3 bucket, and it will be used for this creation of this our resources. Okay, and if I click on next, also you can see there is a button view in designer. If we click on this one, view in designer, so basically this gives us a provision to view the resources in the designer format. Yeah, you can see here. So basically what it is going to create is this, like one EC2 instance. Since this is a simple template, so it's not multi-easy. So it will create one EC2 instance and one security group that will be associated with this EC2 instance. Only these 2 resources will be created, and on the below you can see there is a JSON and YAML format. So you can see what is template, what it is going to do out of this one. Okay, and we can also select on YAML, so a YAML format will be presented here for our information. On the resources types, you can see there are several resources, and if we want, we can select Say for example, if I want to select a lambda function to my this code, I will just simply select lambda and lambda function that I can select, and I can just scroll and put it here. So you can see as soon as I put it, the lambda function introduced, so the code will change automatically accordingly. Okay. Since I don't want to introduce lambda here, I can just simply select it, and you can see a button here to delete. So I'll just delete that button. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. And the code will again be back to the previous state, that is original sample format. Okay. So you can just play around with this, designer template. You can introduce different users. Like if we want to create another EC2 instance, we can, from the compute section we can select an EC2 instance, and here we can you can see EC2, we can select the compute capacity and we can just put it here. So if we say for example need to assign elastic IP, I can just copy and put it here, so elastic IP will be assigned. So it's a very simple, so you can just play around that. It's a very fun here. Okay, so I'll just go back because we don't want to do it in a designer format. I want to show you something. I'll click on leave this page, and this will bring back to the previous state. Okay, now I'll again click on use sample template and go with the WordPress blog. Then I will click on next. On this page it will ask couple of information like stack name. Say I can give a stack, this is stack first, so or you can give any name like WordPress dash tag, because underscore is not allowed, we can give the dashes here. Okay, then we can give the parameter names here. So what it will do is it will install my MS SQL database on this EC2 instance automatically for us, and we need to specify the parameters of the same. We can specify the parameters here. Here the instance type we can select which are the instance type we want. I'll just go ahead with the T2 small. Key name is required, so here I'll just put one of the key name that this is basically key pair that are available with us. And SSH location also, this is the IP address range that can be used to SSH to the EC2 instance. So we can this 0000/0 means anyone from the internet can SSH to that. If we want, we can specify particular IP address, and only using that or a range of IP address that can be allowed to SSH to the EC2. So I will leave the default and click on next. Here on this page we can see the tags. So basically this tag will be what is the the resources will be called once this is created. So I'll just click and specify say name, and I'll give the CloudFormation as the name. Okay, so we can allow up to 50 tag, and since we have assigned one tag, we can add 14 and more tags. Okay, just for your information. IAM role I'll just leave it since it is optional. Stack failure options. So here this is with respect to behavior on provisioning failure. Say for example, once we are done with our CloudFormation demo, so if we delete the stack, our resources will get deleted, and if we want to preserve the resources even the stack is deleted, then we can go with the preserve successfully provisioned resources. Okay, since I don't want to preserve the resources, I will leave the default and click on roll back all stack resources. Advanced option is just optional. I'll just click on next. So here this is just a kind of summary page, and we can if we want, we can change anything here by clicking the edit button, or else we can click on submit. So you will notice as soon as we click the submit button, it will be in the event section. We can see WordPress tag. This tag is getting created and create in progress. Okay, under resources we can see at the designer view we have seen there will be two resources that will be created. One will be EC2 instance that is called as web server here, and another is web server security group. So an EC2 instance and its associated security group, these only two resources will be created out of this. And on that EC2 instance, it will be AWS will install the database and everything for us, and once this tag is getting created, it will be, WordPress site will be, we can launch our WordPress site. So output section, we can see there is no output, but once this is done, we can see a HTTP link here which will bring us to the WordPress site that will, that is hosted on this EC2 instance. And you can see the different parameters like, database parameters and other things. This is the template that we can see. We can also see it in the designer view here as well, and we can also copy it. Okay, so these are the some of the things that is available. Change set is also here. Okay, so these are some of the things. So if I just refresh this, it will take a couple of minutes based on the bandwidth. And as I can see, the security group has been created completely, and now it is just provisioning the EC2 instance for us. Okay, so if I want to see, I can go to, I'll just open the another page and we can verify the EC2 instance that is getting created. Here you can see this is the EC2 instance, which is, we have given a tag name as CloudFormation, and this is getting initialized, okay, for as part of this CloudFormation template. Yeah, now I can see this has been created. If I go to output and click on refresh, I can see a website URL, and I will click on this URL. So you can see it has brought us to this page. This is WordPress site. I will just enter the details. WordPress site, the DB name, password, and we need to specify the email address here. So I'll just specify my email address. Search engine visibility, this is optional. It is up to search engines to honor this request. Okay, so I will just leave it default and click on install WordPress. So you can see WordPress has been installed on our EC2 instance. Now I can log in and use this values or credentials which are saved here, and I'll click on login. So you can see this is the WordPress site that CloudFormation template has created for us, and here we can navigate and do the we can customize this as per our requirement. For example, we can see the post, which are all posts are there. We can create our post that I can click on add new, and we can give any information here. For example, cloud with Mohsin welcomes you. Okay, something like that you can do. We can also add some photos, images, or say quotes, all those things here. And if I click on publish, so it will be published. Okay, you can see on the clicking view post. You can see this is the post. Okay, we can also go back to the previous site and to the dashboard view. We can change the appearance by changing the theme. Here you can see these are the default themes. Say for example, if I want to use this theme, I can just click on theme details, and this will be the theme, and click on activate. So these are the default themes which are available for us, and it will be names. You can see the new theme activated. So we can click on visit site. So this is our with respect to new theme. Okay, so friends, I hope you got the point. Basically, CloudFormation is very powerful cloud deployment tool. So there are two, there's one more tool that is available. It is called as Elastic Beanstalk that we will see in the upcoming session. So basically, CloudFormation is infrastructure as a code. However, Elastic Beanstalk is platform as a service. Both do the similar work. They will just run the underlying infra for us. So no need to worry about what will be underlying. We just need to focus on the code. That is our template, and the things at the backend, that is infra thing, will be taken care by AWS. Okay. So now let's see, like since we have spin up and done this, so you can just play around with this one. And once you are done, you can just go back to the CloudFormation, and we can just select it and click on delete. Okay, so I'll just delete this tag, and you will see in the events it will just immediately start deleting the AWS security group and EC2 instance for us. Okay, even we can see the same by going to the EC2 section, and here we can see our CloudFormation template. This is CloudFormation EC2 instance. This is getting shut down now, so it will terminate for us. Okay, so as the parameters we had specified, we are not going to preserve this, and it is getting terminated. So friends, I'm sure like you found it very interesting. So in the upcoming session we will talk about Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, so just you can just play around what is the CloudFormation, and you can, from the exam point of view, you can just remember like CloudFormation, it is an infrastructure as a code. So it differs from the Elastic Beanstalk in a way that this is infra as a code. However, Elastic Beanstalk it is a platform as a service. So that is a PaaS service, you can say, and this is infra as a code. So here you need to just focus on the template, that is in the JSON or YAML format, and we need to upload the template, or we can use the sample template, and AWS will deploy the underlying infra for us. We can just start directly using that. Okay, so friends, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like and share my YouTube channel. This is Cloud with Mohsin, because the videos like this take some efforts, so your support will be very much appreciated. And thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.